Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie and you are watching Watch Natalie. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can go to watch, N-A-T-A-L-E-E, that's how you spell my name, Natalie. It's all one word, Watch Natalie. It's the exact same handle here. I've been called upon to do a divine masculine energy check. Something about it, I feel really weird about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, I've been feeling something strange about certain masculine energies that are going through a bit of a spiritual awakening right now. You know, a lot of my readings, I've been seeing some energy signatures kind of coming up. And one of you, Ronnie, on YouTube commented on one of my videos about toxic masculinity, and it just really clicked with me. And it really touched on some things that I've been thinking about and some other energy that I've been channeling lately. So I thought it might be good to do a check, to just do an energy check, okay? Then I'll do the daily reading. And if there's any time left over, then I will do a monthly. I'm so behind. I don't even know if anyone really cares anymore about the monthly. But let's see. Let's start with the 5D, the Divine Masculine on the 5D. Two cards came out. The Hanged Man, the Knight of Swords. The Hanged Man is a very interesting card. He doesn't come up often for me. I actually haven't seen him come up in a while, I feel like. But I was just reading about him recently, which is sort of interesting. So he is suspended upside down, okay? However, he's still attached to this living piece of wood. He's still attached to the material plane. However, the sign that he's making, his hands are behind his back, and then he's making this sort of triangle cross thing. And this is to signify that he has come to a certain state of evolution and involution that the cosmos has been guiding him. So if you're not familiar with the tarot story, you begin with the Fool, 0, and you move through all of the major arcana, you move through all of the stages and lessons of life, and you arrive at the World. That's the last key. So key 12, the Hanged Man, is sort of personified by the stage of the journey where the cosmic consciousness has been helping you along thus far, okay? So it's something more like, you can tell that he's a youth. You can tell that he's still, look very, very closely. It's kind of like, this is just what I was saying about the Divine Masculine and about them going through, or you guys going through a spiritual awakening. It's a pause in one's life, but it's because wisdom has been accrued and power has been attained on the 5D, on the spiritual level. So this is the card that is telling me that the Divine Masculine has finally surrendered. Because this is because he's suspended, it's like suspended decisions, suspended actions, suspended everything. And it's interesting that it shows up because, well, it shows up with the Knight of Swords. And so that's telling me that in the 5D, you know, the Divine Masculine, there's a wave, there's a certain group that I'm channeling this for. Like I said, there's been these energy signatures. It's like this Divine Masculine, this group, or this person, or this energy frequency, they finally surrendered the self to the higher, they finally surrendered to the process of involution and evolution. And it's transforming them. It has been transforming them, and they've let it work on them. Okay? Their personality is changing. Their very personality is changing. And, okay. So it's like they've come out of the pause. They're coming out of the pause. They've taken the time to really sit and think and be with these new things, these new feelings. They're letting it transform themselves. And now they're ready. In the 5D, at least, they want to take action. They're ready to take action. This is like stop and go energy. This is like speeding with the brakes on. If you can see, the Hanged Man is suspended, pause, no action, no movement, no this way or that way, no decisions. And he's coming out of that like a bat out of hell. In the 5D, remember, everything trickles down. Everything trickles down. It starts as a thought or a feeling, and then it just trickles down into the 3D manifestation. Why am I so nervous? I can't tell. And the bottom of the deck right now is the 10 of Cups. So he wants to head towards his happiness. He's done with this suspended, the soul work that it takes to be alone with yourself and to really think and feel through things, feel it to heal it. He wants to run towards his happiness. He wants to run towards like all of the cups. Okay. One more for the 5D. We already have 3 cards. One more for the 5D Divine Masculine. How the Divine Masculine is feeling, or what's going on the 5D for the Divine Masculine. Anything else that we can intuit. The 10 of Pentacles. I can't believe this. He made up his mind. He needed the time to be alone. And now he is running towards his happiness, like the complete happiness. From here to here. Read from here to here, the story. He took the time that he needed to suspend himself and to really think and feel and do his growing. And now in the 5D, he wants to go towards the perfect happiness. I was just talking about these. This wasn't a daily reading. Yesterday's, today's. I filmed today's last night, I think. Anyway, so this 10 of Cups, 10 is the number of completion. So he's completing a cycle. He's completing a cycle spiritually that he needed to complete in order to ascend to the next stage of life, the next stage of being, the next normal, the new normalcy for him. So the 10 of Cups is closing out some karmic cycles having to do with relationships. And the 10 of Pentacles is closing out a major cycle having to do with values and long-term considerations. Because in the 10 of Cups card, I did say this yesterday, this is like the perfect picture. Like if you're at a family party and you're with your wife or your husband and your children and you're just playing outside, and then someone behind you just like looks over at you guys and just takes a picture from behind. This is what it would look like. And then the 10 of Pentacles card is the same family party, except you look over there and now it's 40 years later. And this young man in this picture is now the wise, old, happy man here watching these little children that are now adults and their children. And he is satisfied. He is truly satisfied because he has everything. He's had everything because he worked hard here. He came to the cycle of completion when he was still young enough and, viral enough to do so. He didn't waste any time. And now he can just age gracefully with his progeny and his wealth and his health. And, he has everything that truly matters. It's real wealth. It's real. I always call this card like the good life. These cards are like the good life, the perfect happiness. This is what he's getting now, and this is what it turns into. This is a long-term happiness for this divine masculine. He took the time he needed, but everyone needs to do this in their own time. It was horrible when I went through it, but something tells me that the divine masculines, there's a group of them or you going through it right now, or coming out of it. Since maybe January, that's when I've been feeling January, February, March, April. It's just been, anyway. So this is what it starts. You get it together now, and it transforms into long-lasting, for the rest of your life happiness. It endures. And you're finally building something of substance that's going to last, okay? Remember, this is all going on in the 5D reality, in the mind and heart of the divine masculine. So cross-watchers, so ladies, if you're watching this might not be manifesting yet. We're going to just pull a few more cards just to see, okay? But that's just the mind and the heart of this divine masculine. He wants it in his mind and his heart. Let's see if he can do it. Let's see what he can do in the 3D. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I just noticed the bottom of the deck card. This is what he had to put away. He had to put away all of the betrayal, all of the feelings of hurt and of guilt and of shame and of regret and of sorrow and of pain and self-pity and, embarrassment, everything. He had to take out every single one of these swords and put it down. I really feel like healing hurts more than the wound. Healing hurts more than hurting. It's like, ugh. So this is what he's coming out of. That's what he had to. He traded another 10. Oh my God. So he's coming out of a major cycle having to do with pain and heartache, broken-hearted grief. Someone could have been using him. That makes me really mad. I'm really protective. But they're all 10s. Look at that. They're all 10s. So he's ending major cycles across the board in the 5D reality. Let's see what we can gather for the 3D, what he's doing in the third dimension, in the physical day-to-day. We'll see if it's the same. Or we'll see if he still needs more time. That one wants to come out. Which one's that one? Yeah, he's moving away. He's moving away from it. Physically, in the 3D reality, he's taking actions and he's taking steps to move his little boat towards a calmer water. If you can see in this boat, if you can see, they're in this little boat, another sword card. And remember, swords are words, so he could be moving away from a certain way of speaking or a certain relationships that are not kind with like the words. Not nice words, not nice communication. These waters right here are like rippled, and they're moving towards the calm, still waters. Stilles Wasser, bitte. And so, in the physical 3D reality, he's taking steps right now. Taking actions to move away from what's no longer serving him. I don't know if they're big or not, but he's already started. Shit. Do you see that? The holy grail of relationships. This is someone's soulmate. The divine masculine is moving away from that 10 of sword energy, and he's moving towards a soulmate. He's moving towards the relationship of his dreams. This is the holy grail of relationships. This is the end all be all, the alpha and omega. This is the one that he will build this empire of love with, like this complete, it's a multiplication thing. The 10s, the 1 and the 0, Isis and Osiris, the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end, they're like two sides of the same coin. Okay, he's moving towards his equal. That's it. And he was not her equal before the divine feminines. They were not a vibrational match. They were not the frequency. And he's had to go through hell and back in order to evolve out of it so that he could match her frequency. So there's things that he has that she doesn't, that she has, but you know, they're complementary. It's not like one's better than the other. Please don't ever take anything I say to mean that something's better than the other. I don't make judgments. I never compare like that, ever. So he's moving towards the love of his life. He's taking actions toward it. Or this is an offering. It's like he's about to offer everything that he has, everything that he's brought with him in life up to this point. He's ready to make this offer to someone to share the life with, to build the life with, the day-to-day building the life with someone. And that's in the physical 3D reality. That's not just in his mind or in his heart. I mean, he's taking actions toward it. And in his mind and his heart, he's like, he would have been there yesterday. The speed, the impatience, he's just impatient for it. It's like after he came out of this waiting, or this pause, after he came out of this pause, it's like he realized that he wished he could have done it a lot faster and a lot sooner. But he's doing it now. Oh, he's spying too. He's gathering information. Ooh. Bottom of the deck card. He just needs more time. I don't know. I just said that. I don't know. What's this? Oh. Wow. He's really meditating on the chemistry between him and this divine feminine. The Four of Swords is meditation. It's thinking very deeply. And the Temperance card, it came out with the Temperance card. The Temperance card is perfect balance. She has one foot in the subconscious and one foot on the conscious. The waters are always the subconscious mind, dream life. The ground is always the conscious mind and the physical like actions that we take. So that the fact that they came out together is telling me that he's thinking about their chemistry. It's like he's thinking in his mind how great of a match they are, how perfect for each other they are, how they just like fit, how they're just, she's like the perfect counterpart to him. She's the Holy Grail to him and he's the Holy Grail to her. You know what? Because this is the spying card, I feel like they haven't met yet. I'm going to say this is for singles, for divine masculines and divine feminines that are still single. Because otherwise you don't get the spy card. So he's thinking about how great they are together, how great they will be together, how great, it will be when they finally get together. So what's the holdup? Let's see what the block is. Is there a block? If so, that's too many cards. Because he's just spying, he's moving away, he's moving towards this holy grail of relationships, but is there a block? I don't see any kind of cards that are like, whoa, okay. These two came out. He's still waiting for something. He's waiting to make, see, this one's really hard to say. This one's very clear, waiting. Is he waiting for the right time? Is it a timing thing? But this Page of Cups is sort of like, This is like a little itty bitty baby offer. And this is not, this could be communication, could be an offer, but it's like an itty bitty offer. There's a little fishy in his cup. It's a surprise. He's waiting to surprise the other it's a surprise and he's waiting because it's a surprise. It's like he's spying. That's why he's spying. It's like he's trying to figure out, oh my God, he's waiting for the right time because it's a surprise. So random. Let me just take a pause, a little break here. I always thought that if I had like a little Scorpio baby, a little Scorpio child, you know, Scorpios are just like so secretive, right? And you know, you don't make judgments. I don't make any judgments on anyone ever. And so what you do is, like, as a parent, like what I would do is like just nurture that little talent, okay? This little, like, you know, you do this, you do a spin on it that's positive and encouraging, but still like individual to their personality. You don't make them feel, you know, bad about expressing traits that are natural to them. So if I had like a little Scorpio baby, you know, being so secretive has so much negative connotation, and spying, this is my Scorpio card. Spying has such negative connotations that what I would do is I would have them plan all the surprise parties in the family. It's the perfect vehicle and the perfect use for secrecy and spying. It has a positive, happy, you know, encouraging outcome. So I would just have my little Scorpio children, or my little Scorpio little rugrat, put them in charge of, you know, surprising daddy or grandma or grandpa or the brother or the sister, you know, just put them in charge of that, and they'll, okay, you know, we're going to supply this, you know, and they would probably just go crazy over it. And that's, I don't know why I thought of that. But someone here is plotting. Oh, it makes me so stressed out for some reason. Ugh. Anyway, but not like it's a bad thing. Some of you, okay, if you're a female, if you're a Divine Feminine Empress cross watcher, you need to like start doing your squats, because he's about to come in real fucking quick and surprise your ass. And you need to make sure that you got like your nails done, that you got like, you know, your hair trimmed, that you're looking okay, that you like I said, start doing your squats, because this Divine Masculine is going to surprise your ass. He's like waiting. Oh, he's just waiting and watching you. And he's just like, it's like thinking about how your chemistry is and everything. And then he's just going to like, pop, there's a fish in the cup. Let me get some more info on this. This is kind of like, this is stressing me out. Ooh, 2 more. Let me pull a confirmation card. The King of Swords. This is someone who's made a very definite decision about this too. Okay, so here we have in the 5D, like in his mental space, right? He took the time to think about it. He's rushing towards the good things, and he's put away all like the negative things. You know, the King of Swords, this is like air sign energy. This is someone that does not fuck around. This is someone that doesn't fuck around. He's, what does that have to do with? Let me pull a clarifier. Jesus. Oh my fucking God. 3 cards came out at once, and I want to show them to you. After I get over it. I need a sip of my tea. Hold on. Okay, that was more than a sip. I'm sorry. But I needed more to understand all of this. This is crazy. First of all, I haven't seen this card in like years. And now the past, I don't know when, I've been getting this card a lot. A lot. So this is part of that energy signature that I was talking about. Since I started calling it 1111. The Four of Wands. It's the Four of Wands. But I've been calling it 1111. Okay, let me move forward. So let me put this together for you guys. This is another perfect happiness. They lived happily ever after card. Okay, this is like the marriage. This is the commitment. This is the contract. Whoa, the contract. And so you see that this is like an open air canopy. That's saying that there's no denomination. There's no restriction. It's completely like open and free. So it's a commitment, but it's like open and free and like happy and breathing. This motherfucker is the shitstorm. This card, this motherfucker right here, is emotional chaos. It's also something secret. The moon card is like intense creativity and something secret and something hidden. See how the crayfish is coming out of the water and there's like the dog and the wolf howling at the moon? That's like, okay. See that? Between the two towers and the yods are falling down. This is a big fucking surprise. Okay, this is the surprise. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Let me just try to get my shit together. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is not just a little fishy out of the cup surprise. Like you go to pick up your cup and there's a fucking fish inside. This is going to rock your entire world. Okay, this could involve like immediate travel. This could involve an immediate marriage. This can involve an immediate marriage in secret. This can involve, and it could also be the shitstorm that comes to your front door. Something could absolutely fucking blow the fuck up. Blow up. Fucking napalm, motherfucker, okay? This is just like, I can't even do any more for you to get it because it won't even convey it. Look, they thought they built that tower to keep themselves safe from the lightning that's gonna strike. And it doesn't matter if you're a poor ass or if you're a rich ass, it's still struck. Doesn't matter how tall you built that tower, it's still struck. Doesn't matter if your tower has a crown on it, it's still struck. It's going to happen no matter what. That's what, full fucking circle. Here we go. That's what I've been feeling. The Divine Masculine is going through an evolution. There's like a wave or a group, or it's like there needs to be a few that do it first so that they show others like how it's done, how to do it, or what it looks like. Like that commenter, Robbie Redneck. Hey, Robbie Redneck. Hey, Capricorn. Like that. Someone has to go through this in order to share it with everybody else, that the rest of the Divine Masculines can say, hey, I think I'm going to stop being a fucking asshole. And I'm going to like, whatever it is. But this is like, okay, my point to that was, if you're not doing the work and you're part of this and it's your destiny to do this, it will happen to you. It's like if you're behind, the universe is gonna, this Hanged Man card, to be honest, really like got me super tongue-tied a little bit. Like not tongue-tied, but just, it's like I was him. And I just had to be spacey or something. Like I just had to like be in that space. And this is a major arcana card. Okay, so one of the first two cards coming out told me that it's got that element of fate and destiny to it. We only have one other major arcana card. So a lot of this is very self-determined. But this is, remember, now we're in the physical part. So that was like the 5D, the Divine Masculine's 5D heart and mind and spirit space. In the physical 3D reality, he could like experience a really big fucking clusterfuck. Like an elephant of a clusterfuck. And, you know, he could actually bring this to the Divine Feminine too. And it's not, see, people like to go to bats with me about the Tower card and saying like, oh, you're just trying to find like a nice spin on it, and I really appreciate you trying to do that, but it always means destruction. It always means something's crumbling down. This is my channel, okay? I'll tell you what it means. I'm just kidding. I don't really feel like all huffy about it. But I understand your point. I understand where you're coming from. And I am extremely happy to change my position when given new information. I'm not stubborn that way. However, what I'm going to tell you right now about the Tower card is that it could definitely be a big clusterfuck. It could also be just a really big fucking surprise. Okay, the fact that it's coming out with these 3 cards all came out at once. So it's like it's like almost like they deserve their own little fucking reading, right? So these 3 cards that came out all at once, the 1111, the Moon, and the Tower, 2 major arcana coming out with this, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It could be, you know, and this kind of surprise, when this kind of thing hits, it could cause some emotional chaos. It could cause some emotional confusion. But more than likely, I think it's something coming to light. The Moon's hidden. The Moon is all things hidden. What do I call myself? The esoteric filmmaker. Esoteric's like, you know, super fucking hidden. It could be something coming to light, coming to expose. That's the word I saw. I saw something is exposed, and it's exposed with just like a ferocity and an intensity and like a shock to the system, like okay, like that. But it's good, it's happy, it's like this is when you get with your counterpart. Ooh, I should pull some of these sexy cards, because you are going to meet your Divine Feminine or your other Divine Masculine, whatever floats your boat, and it's going to rock your world. I'm already getting flustered just thinking about it. And you are too, Divine Masculine, because you already know that this person's your soulmate. You already know, you're like thinking about your chemistry with this person. And I don't know who they are in your life. I don't know if it's like the person at Starbucks or the person that manages your financial portfolio, or if they're your whatever, but you're watching them. You're watching them. You're waiting to surprise them. In the 3D, remember, we're still in the 3D reality. You're waiting to surprise them. And this is the meeting. This is when you meet them. Holy fuck. When you meet them, it's kaboom. It's the end of the world. And the beginning of the world. And just so you know, when you read the tarot cards, you read them in context, just like regular language. You don't read letters letter by letter. You read them in a cluster that form a word. And then you don't read that word just like willy-nilly. You read that word as part of a larger group of words called a sentence. And then you read that sentence from beginning to end, and then you derive meaning of everything inside of that sentence, and that's how you know what the words mean. That's how you know what the sentence means. So, just like that, we read the tarot cards. So the Tower card read with these other cards, it changes the meaning a little bit, okay? All these cards, and that's what we're supposed to do, is we're supposed to blend these meanings, and we're supposed to channel the energies that come to us, and like all this stuff, and tell you what it is. So if you want to argue with me about the Tower, I mean, feel free. It's a free country. But that's why I'm telling you that I'm feeling that this Tower card is just a major shock to the system. Major shock to the system. Both of you. Both of you. It's a major shock. Something hidden is coming to light. It could be a marriage. It could be a surprise, quick, fast, intense, ferocious, long-lasting marriage. In secret. I sound crazy. Who is this? Who am I channeling for? Is it 1111? I don't know. That would be, I'm just kidding. That would be way specific. I would even surprise myself if I were that specific of a psychic. Gosh. I feel like I don't even need to go anymore. Oh my God. I just turned over my deck. That's what you're doing. 2 divine masculine. Okay. See, okay. This Page of Pentacles, it could be the offer, but we already got the offer down. It's like you are offering your cup, your holy grail as the divine masculine, because you've been through the hell and back, and you now feel like you have something to offer the other person, and you are now ready to like make your offer. And either something happens to you or something happens. Now the Tower is like something happening to you. So I can't tell, divine masculine, if this is something happening to you that causes you to finally act, because you've been watching this person. I don't know how long you have, but you do. Or this is how you come into the other person, and you just come in like a, I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so this isn't the offer. This isn't the approach. What this is you doing the little tasks involved in making space for them in your life right now. You have to find the balance between, something's telling me that you just got a lot of shit going on too, though. That's what I'm feeling. This King of Swords, I had to really sit and think about it. This is a guy that is very mental, very logical. Like he would not do something like just go get married to somebody. You know, he just wouldn't go do that unless he knew for sure this is the one. And he does. He totally does, because he's been thinking about, see, Temperance is also peace and balance and another spirituality card. So when he thinks of this other person, it brings him peace and it brings him calm and serenity. And for someone who's always watching his back, you know, the Julius Caesar, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking YouTube Brutus. You know, it's like he's always got to be like on the defensive because he's got shit going on that's like a lot. Okay, it takes a lot to just like be a king and like run the kingdom and everything. And it's like thinking of her or him, thinking of this other person. The divine masculine is able to just put himself at ease a little bit. And it's like she just brings him that peace just by tuning into her energy. You're tuning into her energy, aren't you? Okay. Anyway, so this Page of Pentacles is the divine masculine making, that's right, because we are still in the 3D reality. Okay. So right now the divine masculine is working out the nuts and bolts, working out, cleaning out the clutter in his house. He's working out, okay, I'm traveling so much, you know, how am I going to, if he has a lot going on, I can totally see why this has to be this way. It's like, okay, babe, I got to do this, and this. You're my wife. I feel it in my soul, and you know we got to get married now. I'm not saying like that, but that's like the thing, right? That's the concept, is that he has to find a way how to incorporate her into his life. He's trying to do it. He's trying to. Christ, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not a dude. I don't know what the steps would be. if I were going to like have some woman come live with me and be my wife and this and that. But that's why it could be so fast and sudden, like a sudden marriage proposal, because it's like he's got so much to work out, so many things to take care of, that it has to be this way. Like he's so busy, he's got so much going on, like in the day to day with work, with running the kingdom, running the household, and he's got to deal with the family, like his family, his mom and dad and brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews. And he's got to deal with work and his coworkers, his partners, his business partners, his commitments, his promises, his, all that stuff. And then he has to deal with his own personal time and just taking time alone. So if he's been thinking of if he wants you, if he just wants to rush to you right now, 10 minutes ago, 20 days ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever it is, then he's got to that's why it was the stop and go energy in the 5D. Remember, these were the first two cards that came out. It's the stop and go. He came out of this and he knows that he wants to just rush in and just be with you already. Cross watchers if you're cross-watching. Ooh, that was hard. But he's going to surprise you. He's doing it. He's going to find his own way to do it. He's going to find his own way to organize this whole thing, this whole big production. And then it's going to be kaboom. It's going to be kaboom for both of you. Once he gets in your physical, and I don't know if he's someone that's if he fell in love with I don't know, the such and such girl or someone that he works with or, whatever. But it's something about when he makes this offer, when he makes his feelings known or his intentions known, or, something, when he makes that known is when it becomes really shocking. But the chemistry is completely there. Soulmate connection is completely there. This is so weird, though. I'm afraid to ask for any more cards. Oh my god. Okay, another bottom of the deck card. Six of Wands. Victory. There could be an element of public victory associated with this. This is like the campaign win. This is the... there's an element of fame and publicity and applause. See how you can tell that this person is enjoying an applause, So after this, sorry, I heard something. After this, after the kaboom, it's successful. It goes well. So Divine Masculine, if you're watching this and you want to know how it goes well. You win in life. Reciprocated. Okay. I wish I had cards. I need to get oracle cards that do timing, when. How stressful. That's funny. I also wore my little, I looked at it and I saw matrimonial. It's pretty. Or it could be Madonna. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm acting so weird. Okay. Let's do... I feel like I have to be really responsible and really careful with what I say next. Or maybe this is just the time to end the reading. I think it's time to end the reading. God, this energy is so weird right now. I can't get over it. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm so sorry. It just feels weird. So weird. Okay. I'm going to finish the reading. I'm going to finish it. It needs to be finished. I can't just leave it like that. I can't just leave it like, okay. I had to snap out of it. Okay. So, where we left off was the victory card. And before that, we got these 3 cards coming out at once, right? So we had the Tower, the 1111, and the Moon. Okay, so I'm not going to shuffle anymore. I'm not shuffling anymore. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck cards. Okay. The Ace of Wands. This is the... Okay. Some of you divine masculines could be really well endowed. It's also the offer. So you have 2 aces now. Now you have 2 aces. You have the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups, and now you have the Ace of Wands. That's the virility. That's the masculinity. That's the, like, your staff, right? It's also creativity. There could also be a major burst of creativity. And we have the Sun card right underneath that. So this is like the happiest card in the deck. So after this Tower card, see, now the Tower card is like overwhelming everything else. With this Moon card, that's crazy. With the 11, so this is now like the predominant energy. Like this is, remember, this is in the 3D reality. So this is like right now. Like right now, like for the rest of May, maybe even hitting this Scorpio full moon in a couple of days. Oh my God. So Sun's the happiest card in the deck. So whatever happens, don't freak out. You might freak out. Crazy stuff might happen, but just go with it. It all ends up okay, remember. So we have the Sun card, the happiness card. Ooh, now this is interesting because this is like a very happy single female. The Nine of Pentacles, she's very Queen of Pentacle-y like. If you can see, she's very wealthy. She's in, like, her robes are not just like, let me see. These robes are like regular robes, like regular clothes. Hers are patterned. They're different. They're, let me finish this. So her robes are just like very individual, very different, very like rich, okay? And she's so wealthy. Not only does she have these pentacles, but she has vegetation. She has the castle in the background. She has property. You know, even in spirit, she's wealthy. And she's so wealthy that she can afford to take up falconry. So there is a single female involved. Divine masculines that are looking for divine feminines. This feminine is a single female, and she's very happy. And it's like her self-respect makes you like her more. Because let's be honest, self-respect is way more attractive. It goes a lot farther in attracting someone than like anything else does, I feel like. Okay. But that's her right now. She's completely like happy. She's enjoying her singlehood. She's just very like self-sufficient. Very self-sufficient. She's enjoying her life day by day, moment by moment. And she's just doing really well for herself. And this is how the divine masculine finds her. So when you find your divine feminine, divine masculine, she's going to be like that. She's going to have a little falcon on her wrist or something. After that, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is the element of fate and destiny coming full circle. This is something that's destined. So that's why I feel like if this isn't something brought about by the divine masculine, it could happen to you, for you, if you don't like do what you're supposed to do and do it on time, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune will not let you fail. This is something that's like, I'm telling you, there's this energy I have with like the divine masculines, and it's like, and then that comment just really solidified it for me, and that's what made me do this reading, this divine masculine reading, is Ronnie Redneck. That comment, it just really made a lot of sense. And it just really, it made me need to do this. And I thought that this reading would be more about the before period, to be honest. I thought it would be giving me an opportunity to talk about the divine masculine going through like the painful parts and like the confusion regarding, you know, how to like behave and how to think and feel and like the perspective with which to look out at other humans and life and females and all this stuff. And this reading went so differently than I thought it was going to go, okay? So that's not, so the energy is actually after that. The energy that I'm channeling is actually after the Hanged Man, because the very first card, remember the 5D was the Hanged Man. So he's coming out, the divine masculine in the mental space is coming out of that because it came up with the Knight of Swords. So it's like they've already did all that. They already did like the pain and the work and the, you know, all of that. And this is like the after effects of that, which is really exciting, but really like turning out to be very, oh my God, you know. So for the divine masculines that have not been doing the work as fast as they need to do it, or that have not been coming in according to divine timing, that's when that tower is going to hit. See, this is either going to happen to you, or you can be the one that does it. You can be the bringer of this, or it's going to be brought to your doorstep. And this Wheel of Fortune is just like another, you know, it's kind of like the World card and the Chariot with the Sphinx and then the 4 elements. They're all reading a book, the Book of Knowledge. Okay, it's the elements of earth, air, fire, water. It's everything full circle. This is also that fame card. This is another element of fame. So is the Star, actually. Or notoriety, or just being in the public or something. It could be that something becomes hidden. I'm sorry, something that was hidden becomes like made public. Something gets brought to light. Okay? And it happens with a bang. And then there's this beautiful inspiration card. The Star. I'm guessing that this divine feminine is what's inspiring the divine masculine. I mean, she could be psychic, but she's more like just pure. Yeah, I take that back. Doesn't have to be psychic. You know, not every female can be psychic, okay? But more above everything else, she's just pure. She's been able to keep her heart pure amidst living in this world. Okay, props to you. When am I going to stop with these bottom of the deck cards? I'll stop when I feel like we need to stop. The Devil. I mean, it could be Capricorn, but I don't want to like always be Capricorn. I can't just like always be the Devil. Even though I probably am. But like I always say this about the Devil, is that it's more about taking control and not being controlled by something else. These two, it's like you went for the drug before. You went for the toxicity. You went for the toxic relationship. You went for the alcohol. You went for the self-sabotage. And now you control it. You control it. What do we control? Ooh, we control our outlook. We control our waiting. We control ourselves when we're waiting for the best. See, I'm telling you, this is like thinking about partnership. This is thinking about expansion, but it's waiting for the partnership. The globe in the hand. Oh, my hand looks so weird like that. God, I have like such Nosferatu fingers. So, divine masculine right now is controlling. I'm stopping after this card. Controlling the victory. The perfect victory. This is like the victory that's assured. This is assured victory. This is, okay, I'm stopping at the 3rd ace. This is the victory. I'm stopping 2 cards in, and then I'm seriously done. Let me show you what they are. First of all, this is victory coming out of nowhere. This plays right in with these 2 cards. Sorry, these 3 cards. Okay, this is like a major shock to the system. This is like, gosh, it could be like the surprise wedding or something that was hidden that comes to light, but it might have to be so fast because of the next card at the bottom of the deck. because there's people that oppose this union. That's what I've been feeling this whole time. Since right before I started this reading, I felt something and I couldn't talk about it and I couldn't like really speak it. And this is what it is. There's major opposition to this union. Oh, and it's freaking me out. Not too bad because I'm really strong. But seriously, for you guys, I'm feeling the anxiety like for you guys. Like you divine masculines have to get through this. This is not even like the bad demonic sort of opposition, but it's still opposition. There's still a lot of like fighting and bickering and pettiness and squabbling and lying and cheating and stealing and all these bad things. It's still happening around the divine masculine. And I'm stopping at the last ace. Now you've had 4 aces come up in your reading. This is solid. This is like the solid. This just reaffirms the 1111. That this is a solid like action, physical action. That's what I was looking for, the physical action. Okay. Wow. I'm done. We're leaving it with the Ace of Pentacles. And there's still a lot of cards left, so don't think that I just like took all half the deck, okay? But I'm telling you, the thing that stood out the most, the shock. So, you know what? This is telling me that a lot of things are going on with the divine masculine right now. And like I said, this is when he's trying to like physically do the nuts and bolts of getting this all together. I'm so sorry that my energy's been like, with this Hanged Man in the beginning. It's like it set the tone, and then I just got like really, I don't know. Sorry I got like that, but that's your reading, divine masculines. Let me know how it goes. And best of luck to you surprising your divine feminines and your other divine masculines. This looks incredibly intense, and I wish you the very best of luck. And if you are getting married, congratulations. Send me a picture. Okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.